Yeah, I got them early mornings now, so.
Oh.
Right. All my mornings are early mornings, even at 10 o'clock.
Y'all haven't
You
said
don't go in
anything.
until 10?
Y'all haven't said anything
No.
about me not being out on the deck.
Well, it's too cold for you to be out on the deck. If you were out on the deck, I would be talking
I
about
didn't
you.
have
Well,
anything to say.
well, well, circumstances have changed. I finally got the new spot, and
Right.
up in the
Oh.
potential
Yeah, that's
man
what I was thinking. I
cave.
knew about that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but last time Lanice saw me, it was still out there
Out
still out
there.
on the deck. So,
Mhm.
You were out in the elements.
Well, now he's in
so
his element.
Now
yeah,
he's in
man,
his element. I like it. I like it. Now he's in his
found a
element.
good deal on a rocker recliner, so I can't complain.
Yeah.
Ooh, not a good deal on the rocker recliner.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, that
Man,
good pleather, $200 pleather.
that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm gonna stop playing with
Hey,
you.
so
I'm just playing.
I was reading earlier today that in California there was a girls basketball team that beat another high school basketball team that beat another basketball team 114-9.
What?
I've heard worse.
Yeah. Well, I thought to myself,
114 to 9?
yeah, because these things generate a lot of animosity and media backlash to local newspapers, and they start demanding apologies and blowout rules and all that. And I was thinking when I saw that, I was like, okay, well, they got 9 points. That's like 900% more points than Michigan State scored against Alabama in the Cotton Bowl.
Pretty much. And yeah, I
That
agree.
game was
I didn't.
painful.
It wasn't a game.
Well, I didn't really watch it. I was
Me neither.
somewhere.
I
I
did.
started watching it. Well, I started watching it and then I left to go for a New Year's Eve gathering, and they didn't have it on at the location. And when I checked the score on my phone, there was really no need to fight them and be like, turn it on.
It was kind of like watching, like, you ever seen, it's like a movie where a car drives up on a train track and the engine brakes in the crosswalk and the train comes and hits it, but except the whole thing is in like slow motion for 3 hours.
That was the game.
That was the game.
That's bad.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
That's way bad, my friend. Way bad. Okay, I think I posted the link everywhere I was supposed to. I hope.
Oh, there
Anyway,
go Jay.
There you go, Jason. Happy Founders
Jason,
Day.
happy Founders Day, Jason.
Much appreciated. Thank you very much.
I just wanted you to know, Jason, I'm wearing this jersey here for you. I, I trusted the process, man. Trusted the process. Chip Kelly is gone, and
Chip
all
Kelly got
excited in the
processed.
world.
Oh, that's terrible.
That's all I wanted for Christmas. It came 2 days late. 2 days
Won't he?
late. That's
Won't
all
he
I wanted
do
for
it?
Christmas.
Won't he do it? Right?
Yeah.
Won't he do
Won't he do it? I want y'all to know a true story. I was sitting on my couch. A little notification went off on my phone, and I said, let me see what the NFL is talking about. I almost knocked over the laptop, the drink, the dinner, everything. I jumped
My
up so
cousin,
fast and
my
started
cousin,
screaming. I was so
my cousin,
excited.
my cousin was like, "Yeah." He said, "Man, what time y'all get back on the chat?" I said, "We gonna start probably getting back on Tuesday, so he might be watching." And he was like, "Yeah, man, I don't know how your girl, Lady Lanice, is gonna feel about Chip Kelly." I said, "I can tell you exactly how
You
she
know
feels.
exactly how she
She's
feels. We don't even
ecstatic."
need to do a show on it.
I was like, "She's happier than a lark."
it? Yeah.
You have no idea. I'm sure my neighbors thought I'd hit the lottery or something because I'm sure for almost 45 minutes straight, I just kept running around the house screaming. And I was like, won't he do it? Glory.
But
Hallelujah. I mean, I was so excited. I did the
but
Toyota leap, the
but
Toyota jump, all of that.
But Lanice, you can't go dog and do Staley right off the top now. I mean, come on
I
now.
didn't
There's
I don't
go
think
some
that
dog
difference.
and do
was. I don't think that
Stanley.
was.
You did.
I did
You
not. I said,
did. You
no, no.
did.
I
Deuce
said, I
Staley is the
love
new Dan
Deuce.
Campbell. He the
I
Eagles
said,
version of Dan
I
Campbell.
said, I
No,
love
he ain't even
Deuce.
gonna get that much.
Yeah, I said I love Deuce, but what do you know about being a head coach? It was a valid question.
There's a
Valid
lot of people
question.
don't know
There's
about
a
being
few
a head
people
coach.
right
John
now that
Harbaugh didn't
do.
know anything and got a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
It's
Special
all
teams
good.
coach.
It can happen.
Special teams coach.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. How many of those got Super Bowl?
But he had moved up from being the positions coach. Like he had a whole group. He was, a whole like entity that he was responsible for that was really noteworthy. And don't get me wrong, like Deuce is good as the running backs coach. LaShawn McCoy got a rushing title under Deuce's tutelage and such. I love Deuce Staley. I just had questions because at this
I don't know
point,
why you had questions because it wasn't like he was going to get the job.
well, I know it was the Rooney Rule in full effect. But when that is the first person that your team interviews after
That
firing
just
the
means they're
village
just trying to
idiot,
get it out the way.
There you go.
question.
Thank you,
That's all it
President.
That's all. I'm just trying to get it out the way.
Y'all are
Mhm.
terrible.
No, I mean, we had the discussion on the Facebook page. I mean, one, it's kind of a formality. You have to do it. The Eagles like, let's just go ahead and get it out the way. Deuce knows what the deal is. Everybody in the room know what the deal was. He wasn't going to get no sort of offer for, shoot, he wasn't even going to get running game quality control bonus out of that one. But, I
He
mean,
don't
no,
even
if
want.
he's,
He
if
don't
he was
want to
ever,
move. His family probably don't even want to move. That's
right,
why
but if he
people
was ever going to
stay
get
there.
into the spotlight of getting a higher profile job as a coordinator or anything else, this is just part of the deal. He's got to go in and practice interviewing, understand how
Right.
these processes work. He knows it. Everybody knows the deal.
I mean, it's okay, but still, questions had to be asked. But again,
Yeah, man, y'all
love
dogging
Deuce
me. Y'all
Staley,
dogging
I
me
ain't
too.
talking about.
and you know,
Y'all
and
dogging them in fantasy.
it's not like whoever we get is going to immediately come out the gate and we're winning. I'm prepared for the rebuilding, process in the 3 years to try to undo at least 3 years the mess that Chip has created. I mean, salary cap
Is
terrible. It's all
is
bad.
is there anything I missed? Like I said, I didn't see anything today. Is anybody reaching out to Chip, or I mean,
No,
or
but
everybody
Chip
still
reached
waiting for
out
Sean
to the
Sean
He
Payton?
reaching out to people.
yeah. Chip
Everybody waiting
reached
for
out
Sean
to the
Payton.
49ers.
Okay,
Everybody's
because
waiting
I
for
think
Sean Payton.
everybody's waiting for Sean Payton to fall before they. It's kind of like the Jim Harbaugh. Everybody wait for Sean Payton to fall, and then everything will fall in place after that. But I'm
Yeah.
trying to figure out what the Colts are doing.
Well,
I can understand
by
keeping
keeping
Pagano.
everybody.
I can understand keeping Pagano. I have no idea why
Yeah,
they
why
keep
they
keeping
kept the
Grigsby.
GM.
Yeah, that Grigson.
4 years though.
Grigson.
I know.
4 years.
Well, it's his
That's not a big
contract is
deal.
like a
Two.
player's contract. He's not really gonna be there for 4 years. We know that.
Yeah.
With another GM, he might have been there for 4 more years.
Well, the GM is there for 3.
No, I
He's
said with
kind of.
another GM, he might
Oh
be
well,
there
no,
for four
that's
more
true.
years.
With another GM, he might have been there
Like
another.
me, I can
Let's
do
all
that.
keep in mind that these coaches and GMs contracts are no different than the players, but they'll just cut them or fire them. I should say. I mean, this
But the
Yeah,
because he
but
coaches,
signed
don't
this
they have to? But
the
don't
contract
they have
coaches
to?
still
extension.
gonna get their money.
But yeah, but the coaches they have to
Yeah,
pay out.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
whoever
but
hires Chip Kelly is going to be getting him for next to free.
What did they say about Cleveland coaches? Or
They
some
pay
what
him
was
for
it
five. They pay
Cleveland
him
or somebody
five
still owe like 49 million
$49
dollars in the
Yes.
last
hey,
8 years.
why do
They
you
still
think
paying out coaches.
why do you think they said let's get that team in
Hold
LA?
up.
Let's get two
They
teams in
said
LA.
that the only team that has changed coaches the
And
last 5 times in that division has been
in the
Cleveland
NFC North has been Cleveland. Nobody's changed a coach in like
in like 12 years
12 years.
Exactly.
since
Right.
Tomlin, since Mike Tomlin.
Yeah,
Or
Right.
John
Cleveland.
Harbaugh was the last
Cleveland.
one.
Cleveland
Oh, was
might
it John
change
Harbaugh?
coaches more than we change underwear.
I
It's
think
really.
Tomlin been there since for a minute
Harbin.
too now.
Yeah, but no, Harbaugh was the most recent hire into the
He was.
AFC North.
Yep.
I thought
In a
Harbaugh was
year.
there before Tomlin.
No.
He wasn't.
No, he's
No. Then in
Because
that
Carl
way,
left.
Tomlin
Carl
doesn't feel
left
like
in
he's been there
what?
that long, but he's been there that long.
I
Carl
thought
left in
Harbaugh.
what? 99?
Who? Cower?
Carl, Bill Carl.
06?
Carl.
06, yeah. Harbaugh was
06.
07. Harbaugh was hired around 07 or something.
It was
Either
Tomlin
way,
and
man.
Harbaugh.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
Hey,
they
the
were
way-
like a year
that's-
apart.
I mean, I look at it like this: is that Cleveland? I mean, big ups to Sashi Brown. All right, brother. You the next brother on deck. You better do your thing. We
Oh, I
about to
thought
be
that was a
you know,
drink.
Really?
Sashi Brown.
When I read that, I thought it was a drink.
Oh God.
Hey, that's an HB.
Stop
Hey,
talking
he's
to
one of
me.
y'all. He's a fellow HBCU grad.
Don't
Y'all
be
better-
putting that on us.
Hampton University.
That sounds like a
Hampton,
good.
Harvard
I mean,
grad. He's qualified.
He
Hey,
went to
try you.
Hampton.
Like
From a
a good
degree
go
standpoint,
to a room and ask somebody for a Sashi Brown.
Don't be putting that
You know
on us.
what,
hey,
Trev? Stop
way
it.
I see it, hey, if we're gonna go all in
Have
on this
y'all ever had a
analytics,
Sashi Brown?
hey, they went and got some dude from the Mets. Hey, if they're gonna go in on
Some
this
dude from the
analytics
Mets.
thing,
I
man,
had a discussion with
let's go all in with analytics. That's the
I
way
had
I
a
do.
discussion with a Cleveland. They got nothing to lose at this point.
We
I had a
don't.
discussion with a
Why
Clevelander
not?
today about the analytics approach. How
You
it
don't
would
have
relate to.
analytics in football.
That's what I was
Yeah,
saying.
didn't they hire the guy from baseball?
Yep.
But
Yeah.
how you
Hey,
gonna do that?
I
hey,
don't. I don't.
That
you
was
know
the
what?
discussion.
If we
That's
trying
just
to
a dude. That's
reinvent,
just that's a dude creating another job. I ain't mad
He
at
was.
him. He
It's
just
kind
if
of
we
like
creating a
he
gonna
job.
had
reinvent the
something.
wheel,
He
That's
created
like them.
his.
That's like them consultants in corporate. Yeah, I'm a
No.
consultant.
It's like those quarterback gurus that everybody that they mentor sucks, but they keep getting parents to pay them $50,000 and more to bring
Yeah,
up their high school kid.
just like Joe Montana's kids. Where they at? They got mentored by that one dude. I'm like,
Yeah, it's like those guys have created their own industry, like these analytics. The only thing is, I can see why it works in baseball and basketball, obviously.
I don't see
Um,
how it works in basketball. I can see baseball because there's a lot of certain things that, and
well,
there was a movie about it.
well,
But
here,
at
yeah,
the
in a
same
book,
time,
before
I
the
don't.
movie,
So
book.
the movie helped explain it for you.
Yep, it was
He did
perfect. I
read the
get
book,
it.
yeah.
Moneyball, man. That movie was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
you know
No,
what?
I
I
mean,
look at it like
here's
this.
why I
From a,
looked at it like that with baseball and basketball, because those guys deal so much in already developed talent, either through the minor league systems or the or free agency. Yeah, no free agency in any of those sports. You sure there's no free
No,
agency?
there
but look at
is,
it. But
but
look at it.
there's only 8 teams in basketball. That's what
But
I'm
look.
talking about.
But look at it
But
this
the
way.
point is,
That's rude.
that's a base of data to do your points of comparison, especially
How
when you
you
already
gonna
have
base your
developed.
data off of LeBron, Chris Bosh, and Dwayne Wade with a bunch
Uh,
of cats
I'm
around them?
saying
How you
I
gonna
didn't
base
say it
your
was
data off of
successful.
Tony Parker, Manu
So
Ginobili,
you're
and
saying
LeBron?
that there's no
Yes,
analytics in basketball.
you get 1.5 stars, and you got a chance to win the championship. It's as simple as that.
Well, that's what the
You
teams
put
that
two
win
stars on
say.
the team. You put 2 stars on the team. You got a chance to win.
Well, that's what the teams that win say. The other guys use the analytics. My point
Yeah.
being
I mean, there's
is,
a lot of teams out
Oh,
there
is
with
that what
a
the
bunch of
Sixers are
guys that
doing?
can play.
The
Who's the
Sixers are using
No,
analytics.
I'll give you a perfect example of what when analytics don't whatever analytics. Atlanta Hawks, a bunch of sevens, no nines, no tens, and now they nothing. They took 1-7. They took 1-7 off the team. He went free agent. Now nothing. You talk about him. The Pacers. Paul George was headed for a 9, and he
my
took a
point is,
detour
I
back to a
wasn't
7.
Oh
successful. I'm
Lord.
saying I see why people or how people can use it. I didn't say how they could use it successfully.
As
But
the
the
as,
thing in football is
as the
there you
in-house.
can't get around there's no way you can get around building a team from the draft. You can't get around it. People have been trying it since free agency started, and it
And
just
it doesn't
doesn't
work.
work.
Well,
You have to
as the
go through the
in-house,
draft.
I agree with
just a
that. I agree with
tidbit.
that. I agree with that.
As the in-house Cleveland fan, just so
Uh-huh.
you know, the analytics said that we should have took Teddy Bridgewater. Womp womp womp. Now,
I could have told
that
you that on analytics.
I could have told
just
you
to throw
that,
that, just to throw
regardless of
that
the
out
fact that
there.
he couldn't throw the
Is
ball.
that a
He
money
couldn't
But
throw a
football,
but
seven-yard
Johnny Money?
out.
but
Bill
this is
Kiper said
what
that.
I'm saying. If you look at it this way, if you don't have
Mm-hmm.
the talent in transcendent superstars, why not go all in on analytics? Look at our wide receivers.
You got no reason
We
not to,
got
at your
we
point.
got as Lanice would say, we have a land of misfit
That dude
toys.
did a good job.
So why not go analytics and try to make something out of nothing? Why not have
Well, making something. I'm going to go back in
you
history
got a
of the
team of
expansion
if you
franchise
got
here.
point guards, if you got
Nothing.
point guards at wide receiver across the board, and I mean point guards as in 5'8", 5'7", 6 foot, 5'10", 5'11", no power forwards, not even two guards, No small forwards at wide receiver. We just signed a small forward shooting guard in Terrell Pryor.
Maybe
He
you
don't
should
even
say
play
you have
wide receiver.
welterweights
Really.
at
He's a
wide
quarterback.
receiver instead of basketball players.
What'd you say?
Maybe you should say welterweights at junior and welterweights at wide receiver.
Hey,
Well, I'm not as deep into the boxing weights, but I can get
We're
into
approximately
basketball
152
size.
pounds.
I'll give you that. But I mean, if
Hey.
you look at the analytics side, it's like if you're trying to make guys fit into a system, the analytics, I can understand it. But the problem is that you don't have
No
Belichick's
system.
right. You don't have Belichick's in there. Now, if they hire this dude Matt Patricia from the Patriots, maybe there's a chance this thing will work. But you're not gonna get
Belichick coaching tree really has been a success.
Stellar.
I agree with you, but I'm like, what do we got to lose? I'd rather take a Belichick, roll the dice on a younger Belichick guy than to
Really.
Because the
Can't bring in
young
Ty
ones haven't
Coughlin.
done well either. The young ones haven't done either. Let me remind you of Josh McDaniels.
But look what we're dealing with. This is Cleveland Browns. You're not getting
So you just take
A1
whatever
plus
they toss
coaches.
at you.
I'm just saying, I would rather hire at this point. I would hire off the Kotite coaching tree before I hired off the Belichick coaching tree.
I'd rather take Belichick than Rich Kotite. At least I haven't seen not one Kotite disciple even have a head coaching position. I've at least seen Josh Daniels be a coach who actually went to the playoffs, and Romeo Cornell actually be a coach at one point. And Charlie Weiss actually had head coaching job. Not one Rich Kotite guy has a head coaching job.
I heard some bad news on an alert on my phone talking about Josh McDaniel to the Dolphins. I'm like, really?
So they're interviewing him?
Really?
Is it too late to get the
That's
strength
what they
coach?
said. It was him and somebody else. It doesn't matter. You got a bunch of
Tim Tebow just had a half
on
grin.
the team.
Tim Tebow just started smiling a little bit on the
Now, you know that messes up your
Everybody
connection.
on the Dolphins are thieves. Every last one of them are thieves, stealing money, just flat out thieves. Tannehill, Sue, Wade,
Jarvis Landry not stealing money.
Jarvis Landry don't make any money to steal yet.
What about Parker?
But he ain't stealing.
Yeah, you better go ask Sue to take a pay cut so he can get some money.
So
He the only him and Lamar Miller, the
somewhere.
only people on the team that got any heart and guts. Everybody on the team, they gonna beat the Patriots in the last game of the season. Really? Who cares? Oh, they'll beat the Patriots. We beat the Patriots every year.
You sound like me when we beat the Patriots.
You should be happy that you're playing with
The
Dominic.
Patriots is always one of our 5 or 6 wins. We always beat them. And then what do? Finish what? What did we finish? 7-9? Just mediocre enough to get a middle draft pick.
My wife
She's gonna be bad.
Can't even get a high draft pick anymore.
And they're gonna draft another cornerback with the last name Davis.
My wife's words verbatim, Pete. They do this every year. They beat the Patriots the last game of the season.
Or the first. It's either the first or the last.
I was about to say the first. We either beat the Patriots in the first 2 weeks or the last 2 weeks, and it's always finishing at 7-9, 6-10, and get a draft pick and pick a D-back or safety.
Pete, you sound like me when we beat the Patriots, because I was like, really? Now y'all want to start playing real football? You're messing up my draft status, because now we've gone from like a top 5 pick to somewhere in 15. It's pretty disgusting.
Don't worry. I'm still scared for my Browns. Don't worry.
You get the same quality as the first overall pick this year as you did in the 15.
Hey, and don't worry. The Cleveland Browns tend to mess up draft picks no matter where we pick, even if it's really high. So if you need somebody, if you want to get somebody at Lanice, if you want to get somebody at like number 5, don't worry. Don't worry. We could take them at 2, but we're gonna wait. We gonna mess that up. And we're gonna take the person that you thought you were gonna get at 15. We'll take them at 2.
Look.
You can take them at 10.
And tell Cleveland their Cleveland Sean Payton is not coming.
No,
don't even worry about that.
That's why we do analytics. This is why
I was hoping to go to the Dolphins, but it ain't gonna happen.
Analytics.
So do you actually think he's gonna leave New Orleans?
Yes.
I think he's going to the Giants.
I think he'll leave New Orleans because he's gonna probably get a better offer.
I think he's going to the Giants.
And Here's my point. If we're talking
If I'm
about
the
if he's
Giants, I
going
wouldn't
to
be hot on him.
right, I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But if I'm talking about leaving,
Parcells guy.
if there's a controversy in me
He's a
leaving,
Parcells
then
guy.
why am I staying? Like we shouldn't be talking about this. Like there shouldn't be a question, but it is. So
Well,
he
I
just
mean, he
leaves.
I don't
gave
disagree
him
with you.
the GM gave him permission to talk to other teams,
That's my point.
But I think he has final say over where he ultimately goes
No.
because it depends on what compensation the team is willing to give
No,
New
there's
Orleans.
they're
He's under
discussing a
contract.
trade. Yeah, that's in the
Yeah.
Yeah,
trade scenario as opposed to
yeah,
being
he's
just
under
fired.
contract
Right.
through
So
2017.
yeah, my point is that's my point. If they wanted him, this wouldn't be a conversation. And so
Yeah.
I'm not trying to stay where I'm not wanted. And I
Right.
know I'm not. I know that regardless of what's happened in the last couple of years, everybody's looking at me as the Jim Harbaugh this season. So I'm gonna get paid wherever I go. Who cares if I win?
Mm.
You looking for a paycheck now? You got the Super Bowl.
No,
You just looking for a big paycheck.
Yeah. I
Who can
mean,
give him that big paycheck though?
49ers.
San Francisco.
San
That's
Francisco.
what I
Careful
was
what you
thinking.
sow. You
Don't
reap what
do
you
it.
sow, right?
but
Don't
there's
do
no
it, Sean
quarterback in
Payton.
San Francisco waiting for him.
Sean
What
Payton,
you
if you're
say?
watching, don't do it.
There's no
Don't go to San
quarterback in San
Francisco.
Francisco waiting
Y'all
for him.
don't like. Oh, y'all don't like Kaepernick now. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh no. Yeah. Hold up. Dion is a Kaepernick fan. Never mind. I forgot about it.
Well, I was
Oh,
You
gonna
know what? To
say,
be honest,
oh,
to be honest with
what are you
you,
talking
I'm gonna
about?
say
the way
regardless
my
of how I feel
quarterbacks
about
are in
Kaepernick,
Cleveland,
he might be cut anyway.
my quarterback's in Vegas.
Who they gonna cut up for Blaine Gabbert?
My
They benched
quarterback's
him
in
for
Vegas.
Blaine
I'll
Gabbert.
take
Why wouldn't they
Colin
cut
Blaine
him
Kaepernick
for
Gabbert
right
been
Blaine?
balling
now.
like that?
They
Blaine
benched
Gabbert
him
has
for
not
Blaine
been
Gabbert.
balling.
They benched
Hey,
him because his mind wasn't right. He still
You
don't know
think
his
it's
middle name right now.
Oh,
I take
geez.
Kaepernick. My quarterback's shooting craps in Vegas. You think I wouldn't take
With
Kaepernick
a
right
fake
now?
mustache.
Come for
named
the
Billy?
and
You can
sunglasses.
With
Named
a
call
Billy.
fake
Miami. You can have
mustache.
Miami.
Tannehill. Call
Billy.
Miami. You can have Tannehill and Sue.
I got a
Take both of them.
gambling crackhead for
I
my
bet you we
He is
win
quarterback.
the
not
I'll
a
take a
crackhead,
clean.
Jason. He is a drunk. There's a
He just
difference.
likes to.
And you leave Johnny
I
Manziel. Give me
heard.
Johnny.
I heard it was some other stuff too. It ain't just alcohol.
He likes the sauce.
He likes his sauce.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna do a Stephen A on us. The weed.
No,
Might
he
have
got
already.
money.
Just-
You're right.
He got money. He
He's
can
got money.
upgrade from weed.
Yes, and if he's like Whitney Houston, crack is cheap. So
Show me
he's
the
got
receipts.
too much money to smoke to
Nah,
do
man, he got
crack.
that Cat Williams. He got that Cat Williams weed. But anyway, so who's gonna win the Super Bowl? I'm just kidding. Who's gonna win this week? Who's
Oh,
I
playing
wrote
this
it
week?
down earlier today. Seattle's gonna win the Super Bowl. No, Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh's gonna win the Super Bowl.
Pittsburgh. Is that analytics? Is that analytics?
That's the setup. Yes.
That's analytics. Gotcha.
Same thing.
Is
First
that
of all, remember,
analytics or is that Dion or where'd you get this from, Brent?
this is first of all, it's Bengals elimination week, otherwise known as the wild card round of the playoffs. Don't y'all sit there and act like Bengals are gonna beat Pittsburgh. Come on, y'all know that.
It's Bengals elimination week. Quote of the podcast.
Pretty sure I said it
Broadcast.
before.
Bengals elimination week.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
Now let me
We
tell
are
you this.
back.
Don't let if AJ McCarron beat these Steelers, I know Andy Dalton's gonna be like,
If AJ McCarron beats the Steelers, nobody will laugh harder than me. I guarantee it.
but I bet you Andy Dalton gonna be like, here they go.
No, because they're coming for him in Cincinnati if AJ McCarron pulls off a win. They are coming for him in Cincinnati. The fans are going to be wide open like 747s on Andy Dalton.
Oh yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like I was saying, the Pittsburghs are gonna go. Who they play in the
Pittsburgh plays the
Pittsburgh.
Denver.
Bengals.
They would
If
go to
Pittsburgh
Denver
win,
once
they'll
they
go to
advance.
Denver. If they
They
win,
would go to Denver.
And they'll catch, it doesn't matter if it's Peyton Manning or Brock Osweiler,
They'll lose that. I don't think they'll win that game. I think Denver will win that game.
I'm going with Cincinnati. I ain't messing with y'all. I'm a believer.
He's a believer.
And AJ McCarron.
AJ McCarron?
And
Why not?
I like AJ
Pete,
too.
Why
if
not?
If
I would
Andy
love to see
Dalton,
him.
What's the
If
difference
Andy
between
Dalton
Andy
was
Dalton and
playing-
AJ McCarron? Hair color?
hey, Andy Dalton, prior to him throwing the block and actually thinking he was a football player and breaking his thumb, sir, you don't play football, you're a quarterback. Stop it. He was having a great season. So
Yeah, but y'all don't think What you
trust
keep
him
forgetting
more.
is, keep forgetting is that there's this thing that the Steelers call a defense that they put
Well,
11 guys on it, and usually people just run by them every
Right.
other play.
They have like 4 people on
They
defense.
didn't 2 weeks
Right.
ago.
No,
weeks ago,
because
whenever they
the
played.
Ravens beat them.
Yeah.
Well, but I'm saying out of 17 tries, they were good twice. They can get beat.
Yeah.
It may be 40 to 40,
yeah.
40 to 39.
And the Bengals have
The
demonstrated they
Bengals,
can
they
do
and if the one
anybody.
thing Bengals got, AJ McCarron may not be the best and the most accurate quarterback, but he got some guys he can throw it to. They get open. There's a lot of guys on
Here's
their
the thing
team.
you forget, that in all the trouble that the Bengals have had in the playoffs, I might be the only one in this group that hasn't blamed it all on Andy Dalton.
I have never blamed it all on Andy Dalton.
Okay,
I blame a
all
lot
right.
on Marvin
Yeah, no.
Lewis.
Okay, so
Hugh
with that, okay.
AJ Green
Because
has
they
been
were-
messing up too.
It's really
Well,
on
he
Hugh
played
Jackson
when he
what he
didn't
wanted
play.
to do.
Well,
because
last
Tyler-
year was a
because
lot
Tyler
of
Alford
injuries.
is Gronk Jr. So if you put that boy out there, ain't a lot of people gonna get to Tyler Alford
Well,
unless
is
it's
he playing?
Yes, he's
Yeah.
playing. He decided to play last week and not 2 weeks ago when I needed him in my fantasy team. Yes, he played last week.
But he's not bitter.
Who's E. Johnson?
Bitter.
Who's E. Johnson? Who's E. Johnson?
Don't bring that story up. I don't
Oh,
know.
gosh.
Who's E. Johnson?
The point is, whether it's AJ McCarron or Andy Dalton, it's still the Bengals, and it's still Bengal elimination week.
I'm not going with
Prep,
the I
Prep
believe
is going on
her.
Bengals elimination week.
I'm
But
a believer,
It's
man.
become a national tradition.
It's like the Cowboys on Thanksgiving, man.
What do you eat for Bengals elimination week?
It's like the 12 o'clock Lions game on Thanksgiving.
What is the ceremonial dish on Bengals
terrible.
elimination week?
Shoot, that's like
Awful.
the week 17 in Cleveland.
Oh, God.
It's
No,
over.
okay, but I just think Pittsburgh and Seattle, like, nobody
Pittsburgh
really
and
wants
Seattle.
to see them. No, those are tough outs. Nobody really wants to see them.
Man,
And the
y'all.
last time those two met in the Super Bowl, I don't want to see that again either, but I think that's what we're going to get.
But
I think
so
No, I don't want to see that cheating. I don't want to see them cheating.
Oh.
They didn't cheat. They just had some assistance. That's all.
okay.
When we had Tony Crawford's house for that
They were
dude.
just
Yeah, Pittsburgh.
complicit. That's all.
When we had Tony at the Mac Tony Crawford's house.
I was at
at home.
Crawford's house, saw that cheating.
Y'all,
That was the only Super Bowl I've ever
Matt
turned on.
Hasselbeck ain't recovered since.
Stop
Think
it.
about it.
That
After
was
that
Sean.
game, Matt Hasselbeck's career went.
That was Sean Alexander's last game too.
Who do y'all
I'm
have
gonna tell you right now. You sleep on Andy Reid if you want to. Andy Reid out there, he's pulling off some smoke and mirrors like the Panthers did.
Man, 10 straight wins to end the season.
But no, his magic trick is a lot better than the Panthers because quiet is kept.
They have
are
no
pulling
They
off.
have nobody.
Dude, I
Jamal
can't.
Charles is hurt, and Alex Smith throws for 150 yards a game.
And
they're
runs
winning.
for 70.
Right.
They are
But
pulling off some
Houston
famous ex-Eagles catching all 150 of it in 2 touchdowns.
Exactly.
levitation.
Jeremy Maclin is balling.
Jerry Maclin, who wasn't good enough to play for Chip Kelly. But
No, he wasn't. He wasn't part of the
He was
process.
good enough.
It wasn't.
He was good enough.
He was good enough. Chip Kelly just didn't want good players. He wanted
he
to
didn't
play
want
with
the good-
subpar players because the system
He didn't
was
want
so
the.
He wanted Byron Maxwell.
He didn't want
Hey,
this.
Cam?
Don't get me
Cam.
started on Byron Maxwell.
Cam, you got my back? Cam? Richard. Earl.
No, he ain't doing that. He looking back and
Cam.
he looking for that
See that
signature.
guy behind you? That's
On that-
Deshaun Jackson.
Do
He's
y'all
got your
re-
back.
I
in the end
noticed
zone.
that the
Deshaun
majority of people.
Jackson, Odell Beckham,
No.
Julio Jones, Dez
Look.
Bryant, all them dudes back there, Byron.
They
All
had
of
his
them
back.
dudes is back
Byron
there.
Maxwell, you are the
Look.
weakest link.
But
Look.
put
Look,
that dude on an island and he is dying.
do y'all
He
know?
is not surviving.
Do y'all realize that all of the major guys that got paid last year in free agency didn't do jack squat this year?
DeMarco Murray. Damn.
Jack squat. Dominican Sue. Jack
Jack
squat.
Squad. Byron Maxwell.
Who was who? I can't even remember the dude's
Ryan
name.
Tannehill.
Look, I
Wait,
can't
wait,
remember.
wait.
Hold
In
on, who was the tight
DeMarco
end?
Murray's defense, and I
No.
can't even believe I'm gonna try to defend it. But in DeMarco Murray's
You're
defense,
wasting airtime. You really are. Go ahead.
no, he was
Yo.
constantly being used improperly.
So about Alabama.
Yeah.
Y'all just not even gonna take.
Who was it?
I mean, come
Super
on.
line.
Who was the
Y'all
tight end
know-
in Denver that went out to Jacksonville?
Y'all,
Oh, you knew that wasn't going to work.
Mercedes
was
Lewis?
it Thomas?
No, not
no.
Oh,
Mercedes.
Justin Thomas.
No, Julian Thomas.
Julian
Julian
Thomas.
I was like, it was
Julian
Didn't do
Thomas.
nothing. Didn't do jack scratch. Didn't do jack
He
scratch.
wasn't going to catch nothing.
Fire
was he?
Maxwell.
He got a cold. Didn't he catch a
No,
cold or
made
something?
the top
Florida, he might have caught
top
malaria,
10.
but he didn't.
The top 10 free agents didn't do nothing.
What's
Got
his name? The
paid
tight end
and
from
so
Seattle
much.
that got hurt. Who tore his knee up in
That was a
Seattle?
trade.
Jimmy Graham.
That was a trade.
Jimmy Graham.
But
Jimmy
that was
Graham.
a trade, though.
That was a
That
trade.
was a trade. Well, he didn't sign for a big contract. They
He
traded.
was already
That's
signed.
true.
Hurt
That's
the
true.
people that actually played 12,
That's true.
13 games that didn't do anything. Brian Maxwell was on the field every game with
Dwayne
his
Bowe.
eyebrows burnt.
Was he? Was he, Pete?
Dwayne
Because I
Bowe.
couldn't tell.
We can't call Dwayne Bowe. He got cut. We can't call him a free agent.
Hey, Dwayne Bowe?
No, Dwayne Bowe went to the Browns and
Is he
got
still
$9 million
He
to
got
do nothing.
cut.
Is he still
Yeah,
playing?
he was on the field.
Yeah.
He was a
He was on the
he
sideline.
was a backup
He
tackle.
warmed up and
He
everything.
was an active scratch.
He was a backup left tackle.
Active scratch every
Shut up.
week.
Dwayne Bowe was only signed by the Browns so that they could meet the salary basement figure.
Yes.
Hold up.
They had
They-
spent
the
I'm spending a
Chiefs-
certain
the
amount
Chiefs-
of money to
The
get by.
Chiefs got rid of Dwayne Bowe and the passing offense opened up.
Right. How terrible is that?
That is
Well,
Alex Smith was like, "Oh, okay, people are actually open. I ain't got to throw to this."
Well,
This-
no, I would say this. That last year, those guys managed not to throw a single touchdown pass to a wide receiver in however many minutes of jump time. Bad teams accidentally throw touchdown passes to wide receivers. You cannot convince me that that was not on purpose. You can't.
just purposely didn't throw to Dwayne
Alright.
Bowe.
Yeah,
Back to
well,
Alabama.
whoever. Forget him. Back to Alabama.
I don't want to talk.
Alright,
I don't want to talk about Alabama. Let's talk
But
about.
again, in
So Michigan
DeMarco
State's
Murray's
still-
defense, y'all, in DeMarco Murray's defense,
Mute.
Chip
how
Kelly
about
spent the
Clemson?
whole season
How about
trying to
that
run
Clemson
him
team?
east and west, and he's a
How about the
downhill
Clemson
runner.
Tigers?
The Clemson Tigers.
But y'all just gonna ignore me like I'm not
We
talking.
really, yes,
No, like,
we
we
really
don't,
are.
look, DeMarco Murray had one purpose for me last year. That was fantasy football. I don't care anymore.
And he
This
was an
year-
epic fail fantasy football. I get it. Cause
Oh, this year he was.
incorrect.
Last year he was a monster.
Deion coming in.
He is not.
I'm about to mute his butt.
If I don't do it first.
These those what this is.
It's the Island of Misfit Toys.
Jason, stop. You're muted.
Oh my god.
Look, let's talk about the Clemson Tigers.
Yes, can we
Let's
talk
talk
about the
about
college
the
playoffs? There's only one college game left. Clemson Tigers. Yeah, I think they're going to give Alabama problems. All sorts of problems.
Yeah, they're gonna give Alabama all sorts of
Why
problems.
is
Their
he
team is
actually
pretty
watching
good.
the clip? Are y'all looking at this fool? He actually has the
Well, it
clip
was
on.
actually it was a great,
Unmute yourself, man. Oh damn! Can I unmute him?
I got
Oh,
it.
Lord.
I'll try to
Reverend,
get
oh,
through it.
I unmuted him. I got him. I got you.
Oh, Lord.
Jeez.
Then somebody muted him back. I didn't do that.
I did not mute him back. He's okay.
We
Yeah,
know
But what
that.
I'm saying is, Alabama, you dang all right. Clemson gonna get them boys some problems.
Yeah.
Clemson is a lot better than what I thought. Watching that game, I was like, ooh.
Well, no, you were more impressed with Oklahoma than I ever was.
I just
But-
something.
I mean, but Baker Mayfield, he let me down, man. He was just Baker. He wasn't even Baker
What
Mayfield.
did I tell you last time we discussed Baker
Baker
Mayfield?
just another Big 12
He's
quarterback.
another Oklahoma quarterback who can run and he can dab and he can dance on the sideline. He's got the nice hipster haircut. He's not a bad quarterback, but he's another
He's
Oklahoma
an Oklahoma quarterback.
This is
He's
terrible.
another
Not too much different than most of his
Trevor Knight.
predecessors.
Trevor Knight.
He's more athletic than Trevor Knight.
Yep.
Yeah, true.
More athletic. He's more mobile
He's
than
charismatic. He inspires the team. The guys like him. I like him.
He's no Eric Couch.
Oh, Lord.
well, at least
So who do y'all think
y'all
is
know.
going to win?
I don't care. I'm anti-Alabama. I'm
He's
anti-Nick.
anti-Alabama.
I'm
I hope
anti-Nick
Clemson
Saban. I'm not
wins.
anti-Alabama. I'm anti-Nick Saban.
Well,
So.
yes,
think
duly noted.
And I happen to
I'm
live
gonna
in
go
South
with Clemson.
Carolina, so just for the sake of safety, I hope Clemson wins.
I hope Clemson win. It'd be different to see Dabo Sweeney winning something and almost letting the cat out the bag. You know, talking about bring your own guts. We come to Clemson. we need you to bring your own guts.
Yeah.
We'll get you drafted. We'll get you.
Stop, man. Stop.
Hold on, Dabo.
Dabo.
Don't say it. Don't
Dabo,
say
you
it,
can't
Dabo.
do that, Dabo. No, Dabo, don't do that.
Don't say it.
Dude,
We'll
you
bring you
crazy,
with
man.
it. We'll bring it.
Stop, Dabo.
We'll bring it.
Stop, Dabo. Dabo. Chill out.
Sorry.
Somebody get the mic. Cut the mic. Cut the mic.
Right.
Mute Dabo.
You tell
You
them.
too.
Well, I think
At least
from
the
a
Big Ten.
standpoint
At
of
least the Big
athletic-
Ten's
I
back
think-
to normal.
I'm
well,
gonna need to go for. I
Yeah.
have to go for Alabama because my boss he's a Roll Tide guy, and life is so much better in the office when they win.
Oh, I bet. You know they can't.
So-
He still don't even think
Go for
Ohio
that,
State beat
man.
him, does he? He still don't think Ohio State beat him.
Hey,
Hey,
Jason.
Ohio State definitely beat him.
No, he does, but he's like he's way emotional with his, and he's honest about it because he was like, yeah, he said if we lose, I'm not gonna come out my office all week, and I was like, it's probably better for everybody, but I'm just for peace in the valley,
I mean,
it's just anything
In
don't happen.
in regards to the Big Ten, as Jason was alluding to,
All is right in the world.
well, it's back to the Big Ten that we thought the Big Ten was. I mean, the question going into the Big Ten championship game was, has Iowa really played a real team? And then they accounted themselves right. They accounted themselves fairly well against Michigan State. Then you saw what happened to Michigan State against Alabama. Then the next night, not only had Iowa not played a real team, apparently they hadn't played a single real college football player.
Right.
Won't like nobody knew where the ball was going.
Oh gosh,
Bad
that was
B
terrible. That
W
was terrible.
B.
BAWB.
BAWB. You right.
BAWB.
You got that right. BAWB.
That kid showed his team.
He is my favorite. I'm telling you, I thought he should have won the Heisman.
If it wasn't for Tariq Cohen, I'd have been like, man, that was a show for the ages.
My God.
Oh,
I was out
don't
here
talk
like-
about Tariq Cohen right now. That was just unbelievable, dude. I mean, we know Alcor say that, but that was just wrong. He didn't have to do him like that.
He did.
He could have stopped. He could have stopped one time, man. And just fell down for him.
They wouldn't let him stop. He couldn't
They
stop.
wouldn't.
Take that.
I wouldn't be. I think. I really think he's gonna be. Somebody's gonna really take a look at him. Just to see something.
He'll get an invite for sure. Yeah.
I wouldn't even
He'll
be
get an
surprised.
invite. No guarantees at all, but he would definitely. Somebody would say, let's just take a look at this kid. Let's see what I mean. And the thing is,
I can see Bill
what helps him,
Belichick saying, "I'll do something with him."
But what helps him out is that you see all these little small guys actually
Right.
surviving for 3 or 4 years. That's all you need.
Yeah.
3 or 4 years, get paid, and move on with life.
Sproles
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, but not even Sproles. Devontae Freeman is not that big.
He's not big.
But he's a baller.
I keep forgetting he's not, but yeah,
He's
you're right.
a baller.
He just
is
looks so big when he's running dudes over.
Right.
He's like,
ridiculous.
Jacquez Rogers.
no,
Yeah.
well, he doesn't. Well, he's been good in the last couple of years. but-
C.J. Anderson is not that big.
That's
These guys are not big at all. 5'7", 5'8".
That's only gonna help. That's only gonna help Christian McCaffrey that much. I mean, this dude got drafted
But Christian
on
McCaffrey
that
is 6
game
feet flat
for next year already.
Yeah, he's 6 flat.
He's 6 foot 210,
Yeah, he's going to get about 5-10 pounds heavier in the next year or so.
and
I don't think size is a major concern with him.
no.
Hey, Jay, this kid Ben Simmons is actually pretty good, man. I'm watching
I mean,
LSU.
He
Yeah, they
is.
said
He
he
can't
way
shoot.
better
He
than pretty
can't.
good.
He can't shoot, but he got everything else.
Yeah, I've been. He's one of them dudes where you watch it and you say,
But the
Yeah,
thing is,
yeah.
his team is not. They're not winning. Like they're good, but they're not winning. But anyway, I ain't mean to cut y'all off. Go ahead.
No, he's good. But I think that
I had a game on too, but they're beating Kentucky right now.
Kentucky's not that good. Kentucky's overrated.
Yeah,
This
but
year,
I think-
this year they're overrated.
That's
They're
fine.
overrated this year.
But we're just asking LSU to win games, and this counts.
Basically,
no.
they put it all on him. I'm still tripping that Oklahoma was number 2 because I haven't watched them play yet. And when I was watching the game last night, I was like,
Saw
wait
my
a second,
boys.
man,
Did you see
that was a game.
Kansas scared me, dude.
Yeah,
Them cats could. I was sitting there watching that game like, okay, this is usually when Kansas figures out a way to lose, and they just kept. I mean, both them teams is going. Both them teams can flat out score. They can just flat out. And your boy was balling last night, Jay Perry Ellis.
man, I'm like, how
He is the Alex Van Pelt.
He like 95.
He's the new Lawrence Moulton. He's the new Lawrence Moulton.
He calls him Uncle Perry. He's like, he looked like Uncle Perry. He like somebody's uncle.
That dude was playing when I was in college.
I know.
Perry Ellis.
He's the new Lawrence Moulton. Remember Lawrence Moulton from Syracuse? Played forever.
Alex Van Pelt.
No, he's like Jim Jackson. Jim Jackson played for a long time too. Jim Jackson was around. I was playing for like 8 years.
I think he left school early. That's the funny thing. He was playing from the
but
very
it seemed like he
beginning.
was there for 5 years.
I know.
He left.
I'm telling you.
But now
Pelt.
Oklahoma, dude, that dude, Buddy Hill, he is so top 5 drafted paid. That dude put up 46 with cats in his face.
But even that dude Jordan Woodward, he played his butt off too.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy Hill was balling Kansas out so bad that at the end of the game, after Kansas won, Coach Bill Self hugged the dude like like, why'd you bust our ass like this?
Everybody in the whole Allen Fieldhouse was.
Everybody was looking at him.
I've never seen that.
Cats was
I've never
hugging him
seen
like,
people.
dude, stop busting our ass.
They gave him a standing ovation as he left the court.
I've never
Lenise,
seen that.
Stood up right now, Lenise, right? Jay's top draft pick. They got him predicted to go.
We're told the UNC do stuff like that.
Buddy Hill. As soon as he get drafted, he gonna fix his teeth. Anyway, moving on.
Stop.
Yeah.
Come on. Come on.
Moving
Wait a
on.
minute. We get off
Jalen Rose.
for a second.
So did Jalen Rose.
Oh wait, that's right. We said it was gonna be Seattle and Pittsburgh, right, in the Super Bowl.
I ain't say that.
No, that's not what we were trying to pick.
That's what I'm
this
saying.
weekend's
Okay.
game.
I'm riding the Carolina Panthers train. I'm on the.
We were just trying to pick this weekend's games. Just this weekend's game.
Just this weekend's games, and I'm gonna go with Chiefs.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go with the Bengals. I'm not messing with y'all. I think the Bengals finally get one.
Chiefs,
and
Bengals,
then on the other side, who's playing on the other side? Seattle and
Redskins.
Seattle and Minnesota play each other. And then
Minnesota ain't ready.
Green Bay and then Green Bay and Redskins.
Minnesota not quite ready yet. They not.
Redskins and who?
Green Bay.
Seattle's gonna win that. Seattle will win that. They'll win it by 2 scores.
You know what? Something's telling me Green Bay gonna get it together. I don't know what it is. I feel like the Kirk Cousins train is about to fall off the rails.
I'm going with the Redskins.
They ain't enough for Seattle. There's not enough. Excuse me. There's not enough left of the Packers to get past the Redskins.
I don't think so. I think the Packers are done, man. I think it's done.
Man, they got my kids. They got my kids blocking for Aaron Rodgers.
It was barely clean, and it was barely going in.
Come on, Fred. Okay, well, I'm gonna take.
He's not bitter.
I'm gonna definitely take Seattle against Minnesota because I feel like that's a no-brainer. I got Kansas City against the Texans. I'm gonna take them. The Steelers. I'm gonna take the Steelers just because this AJ McCarron thing. It makes me dicey. Don't get me wrong. I like Marvin Lewis, and I'd like for him to get a win. But this year
that time of year.
I just don't think without Andy Dalton, I just don't think it's gonna happen. And honestly, I feel like it's possible that the Redskins can beat the Green Bay Packers.
You just don't want to believe it in your heart.
You're making this more difficult.
No.
Go ahead.
Your main man, Kirk Cousins, and the bright lights on the big stage
is
always an epic fail.
I'm with you, Lenise. That's what I
He wasn't at Michigan State. Ask Russell Wilson.
Okay, not at Michigan State, but
I wasn't scared of him at Michigan State.
Russell Wilson wasn't either till he lost. I'm just kidding.
He only lost him once.
I'm talking about.
That's all you need in playoffs in the NFL.
Talking about Kirk Cousins in the NFL.
Y'all been dogging Kirk Cousins all season. All he did was make the playoffs over all of our teams. That's all he did.
Yeah. Well, mine was never got
it. It has nothing to do with Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, so I just feel like Kirk Cousins is good for like 4 turnovers easy.
No, I'm saying this game coming up this week, I don't think it has anything to do with Kirk Cousins one way or the other. I really do
because, Trev, I feel like Kirk Cousins is good for at least 2 or 3 turnovers, and I think their defense can score off of that.
But here's the point, Lenny. the turnover is, when you turn the ball over, the other team has to actually want the turnover. I don't think the Packers are going to actually get the turnover. He's probably going to throw the ball right to somebody, and they're going to drop it. The Packers are just not good, man.
I didn't
They're
say they were good, but I still think they could
The Redskins are so
Redskins.
okay. I'm gonna put it this way: the Redskins are so confident in their secondary matchup, which they don't have a good secondary.
I was about to say
Secondary matchup.
That's the weakest link. That's the weakest link on the team.
Right, they're so confident in their secondary matchup that they signed Kerry Williams, and they're going to play him this week.
The loudmouth.
All right.
What y'all think about that?
Oh Lord.
I don't think about it at all.
You don't think about? I think the Redskins could win, but I'm always hoping that the Packers will pull it out because, well, I'm not pulling for the Redskins, but I would actually pick the Redskins in this one.
And did I hear correctly that you said if Andy Dalton was playing, you would go for the Bengals? Did I hear you say that?
Yes, I did, because this year Andy Dalton has been playing really well, and so
you talk about bright lights, Lenise. Come on now.
I would feel that. Hey, but this year under the bright lights, he wasn't bad.
Yes, he was.
Bright lights regular season is not bright lights postseason.
As the Cardinals.
Yeah,
Cardinals. Early Peyton Manning.
After Texas, as the Cardinals. It was not cute. It was not cute.
I think I'm gonna take the Texans just on the pure fact that I like Hoyer and Watt.
Okay.
You taking them because
I just don't believe that a quarterback can throw for 150
you sell a home
in the game. I can't take it. I can't. Not in the playoffs. I can't. Okay. This isn't 1985.
Why not?
Ben Roethlisberger won the Super Bowl doing that. Anyway.
Okay, Ben Roethlisberger won his first Super Bowl. He threw for 180.
He had Hall of Famers and true stars on his team.
Name a star
that's healthy on Kansas City.
2 years ago, Kansas City had like 7 Pro Bowlers, so I don't know.
And lost to the Colts. So what?
Had 7 Pro
lost
Bowlers.
To the Colts.
So after being up that Oregon TCU score?
Right.
Yeah, they were up by 4 scores. Jamal Charles went down, and all hell broke loose.
That's what
they had 7 Pro Bowlers on their team, still to this day. So they got somebody over there, Jay. They won 10 in a row. Somebody's over there playing, doing something.
So somebody's getting open. Defense is doing their job.
There's only been 2 10-game winning streaks this year. One was by the Panthers.
I can't.
The other one was by Kansas City.
They beat Houston, and I'm
telling you, they
beat Houston, and they can shut me up. I don't believe.
More importantly, I'm with people.
I'm
not sold on Houston.
I do not see. You
get the Jaguars every week. You're supposed to make the playoffs.
And the Colts this year,
exactly.
You're supposed to
make
the playoffs.
And the Titans. There are only 3 teams in that division. Was it Jaguars, Colts, and Houston?
Titans.
The Titans are there.
Titans are in the division. The Titans.
Jim Kelly gonna be with the Titans.
You know who they are.
Marcus Mariota and a #1 pick.
Is that a baseball team?
If Marcus Mariota is smart, he don't even want to look at Chip Kelly anymore in the pros.
Why not?
That's not what he wants in his life. Because he would like to develop into a professional quarterback in the NFL and not still be a college guy. I'm just saying.
I mean, Cam is playing college football. He just doing it. He just
no. What you were going to tip off? You know how many people you're going to tip over the edge in the double crew?
People just
like tip them right over the edge.
So you telling me that him rushing the ball is not college football? He's just doing it better.
No. I didn't say
I didn't Rob Rivera call Gus Malzahn.
No. We didn't say we disagreed with you. We said you were going to tip a lot of people over the edge in the Facebook. That's what we said.
I'm not saying that he.
There's a lot of people There's a lot of people. I'm just saying this. I know a lot of people on social media that 2 years ago were Cowboys fans and now bleed Cam Newton.
Oh, everybody in this area that are Steelers Cowboys that were Steelers fans, they just took their Carolina gear back off because the Steelers snuck in the playoffs. It was like, oops, give me that back.
Right, like the week
they put that back
crazy because the week that the Panthers had their first loss, all of a sudden it was like I got all these people that were Redskin fans that had turned Panther fans were all of a sudden Redskin fans again.
I was
because the Panthers lost. And
I was leaving brunch the other day, and the dude had on cowboy gear decked out. He on the phone walking by, about to check out Cam Newton and these Panthers, yo. All right, man. Bye. Really? Really? No, I'm sorry. He's like, I'm about to check out my boy Cam Newton and these Panthers, yo. All right, I gotta get up with you, though. I'm like, really?
They can have my crackhead quarterback.
And I keep trying to tell the Carolina Panther fans that I'm like, there's nobody. Y'all aren't loyal. Like all of y'all got a jersey somewhere in your closet that belongs to another team, and you just waiting to pull it out. Waiting to pull it out.
No, this is how you tell when a team is not loyal. When there's no waiting list for your season tickets until now.
Right. That's right. You dang right, Pete.
Because even the coach still got a waiting list.
Yes.
Even the Browns got a waiting list.
The Raiders got a waiting list.
The Colts had a waiting list when they went 1-15.
Yeah.
Now Titans don't have a waiting list. The
Raiders have a waiting list. The Los Angeles Raiders.
In Los Angeles. Now do you know that the owners get paid for that move, right?
Absolutely. Why do you think they're trying to do it?
Yeah,
right.
Why do you think they're all in for that?
How the heck you gonna get 3 teams in Los Angeles?
They're not, but it could be. There will likely be 2.
They won't. They'll be 2.
So what's the Rams gonna say? So the Rams just gonna say, so let's just look at this. Let's say the Raiders and the Chargers go to LA. So Stan Kroenke gonna say. So
we've seen it before.
Stan Kroenke gonna say.
Long Beach Rams.
The Inglewood Rams.
Shut up.
Compton Rams.
Snoop.
Stan Kroenke like, I ain't going back to the
G, y'all. Trading in my USC gear for some blue and gold.
Kroenke gonna say, I'm gonna tell you right now.
It's for Oakland to all of a sudden decide they want to up and move after all these years that their fans have suffered through them being hot garbage.
Don't
worry, they'll be back in 10 years. Don't worry, they'll be back in 10 years.
Well, but y'all about to say they just got to pull out the
every other year.
They'll just pull out the old paraphernalia.
They'll be back in 10 years.
Hey, LA Rams, LA Kings. We're back in business, baby.
They're gonna be back.
I mean, I know they'll be back again, Jason, because the people in LA aren't going to go to the games. That's why there's not a team in LA to begin with. The people in Los Angeles don't care about football. They
care a lot about high school and college.
Yes.
They don't care about professional football because they can't be seen. There are no sideline seats in NFL, so they can't be seen constantly on TV, which is why teams don't stay in LA because attendance is terrible.
So if you're a Raiders fan, what the hell do you wear? Do you wear Los Angeles Raiders gear, or do you wear Oakland gear, or do you just buy whatever says Raiders
San
on
Francisco?
You just paint your face black and silver and just roll with it.
They might as well just put Oakland/LA on there.
Stop it.
Oakland/LA Raiders.
San Francisco.
Here's the bad part about it. The Raiders are like a couple of seconds away from making the playoffs.
It's not bad.
They're actually not a bad football team.
Like, how y'all gonna roll out on the city after y'all just about to be good? And they've supported you all this time when you were hot garbage.
If you were the owner, you'd be like,
I'm sorry. I just saw Ben Simmons dunk on the whole team.
He sure did. I got that game on 2 feet. This dude is a monster. Is there any way the Sixers can get him?
No, we don't want him.
That's the process. Trust the process, Lenise.
Look, why not? Why not, Pete?
Because we're going to trade him in a year.
Why not? Can we just try to get somebody good just once?
Why don't you let your number one picks from the last 2 years play first?
And I'm going to lead the broadcast by saying it's not like the Sixers were not in the playoffs in 2012. They were in the playoffs. And so we act like this has been going on for years, but they've just been so bad and so terrible.
They've been the worst ever.
And doing it on purpose is a story.
He didn't dunk on the whole
team. The second round of the playoffs. And guess who was on that team, Jay? Guess who was on the 2012 Sixers in the second round? Andre Iguodala.
Damn. I forgot.
Drew Holiday.
You know he's got a ring now, Andre Iguodala.
Vucevic, who averaged a double-double the last 2 years for Orlando.
Right. Michael Carter Williams now on the Bucks, about to go to the playoffs.
But he wasn't. But I'm saying he wasn't even on that playoff team. We still had that issue. We had a squad. We had guys that could play.
And then they just decided to blow it up.
Hey, Chip. Hey, y'all used to that in Philly. Chip Kelly.
No, we're really not. We're not really this important. It's terrible.
Chip
Oh,
Kelly was. Chip Kelly said, "Y'all used to tearing up teams. So why y'all get mad when I do it?
You know what?
You've been blowing up the Sixers forever.
Okay.
You've been blowing up the Sixers for 10 years. I do it for 2 seasons. I do it for 1 season. Y'all fire me.
Go to YouTube. If you're watching it later, go to YouTube. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. We're gonna ignore Jason. Subscribe to our channel. Give us a thumbs up if you like what we're doing.
I'm coming with a wig and sunglasses next week.
In Vegas, live from Vegas.
In Vegas.
Live from Vegas.
I'm such a drunkard. I gotta go to Vegas in disguise just to drink.
You know what? I didn't want to know. Was he just really being facetious about that, or was that like a real thing for him? That's what I.
That was a real thing for him.
I think he want to go to Dallas, but he want to go. He know Jerry Jones will put up with that foolishness.
Oh, absolutely.
Y'all funny, man. Speaking of foolishness, I'm out. I gotta go.
You take Greg Hardy. Why wouldn't you take Johnny Manziel?
You know what?
I appreciate y'all.
Hey, they had Michael Irvin had his stuff.
Catch you on the text. Catch you on the Twitter.
All right.
Hey, you leave the playmaker. The playmaker alone. You leave the playmaker alone.
Stop it. Stop it.